Hi guys, welcome to the Catholic High School entrance exam. Are you ready to begin? This is the mathematics portion. So our first question, the rectangle in the figure below has a perimeter of 24 centimeters. And for your question choices, they put centimeters squared. So all of them say centimeters squared, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about it if you don't see it in the question either, as long as all of the units of measurement are the same. Ask you what is the area of the rectangle, and it gives you 4 on one side. Now before we get into lengths and widths, just remember what area of a rectangle is. Two sides are going to have equal lengths and two sides are going to have equal widths. Okay, so as we're going over this, remember your perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. If you can't remember that formula, that's okay. Just make sure you know that perimeter means to measure all of the area you see around. So if you're going around, you're measuring all of this area around the whole entire rectangle. Okay, so whatever goes around is going around the entire rectangle. So it would be 4 plus a number plus a number plus a number. Okay, and you can read the writing on here for yourself. Rectangle has 2 equal sides. Okay, and actually it has 4 equal sides. So whatever this is here, this has to be the same here. So this is 4 and that's going to be 4. So we went over that in the last slide. You have 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. So now you pretty much see 2 times the length, okay, plus 2 times the width, okay, pretty much has to be some number, okay? So you have 2 times 4, which you know is 8. So you have part of your work done for you, and you just keep thinking about the numbers on the other side. Okay, so if you have 2 width times 4, okay, you want to make sure that you can think this through. So 2 times the length or the width, doesn't matter which side you're going to do it, plus 8. I'm using 8 as a length, so that would be 2 times the width. You're going to have to do the process of elimination to figure out what it is. Now you go and pay attention to your choices. Hey, isn't a rectangle kind of like equal and proportional, so that pretty much all of your sides should be kind of the same? So if 4 is 4 here and 4 is 4 over here, then that means that this side here has to equal this side here. So let me ask you this too. Aren't rectangles proportional? So like these two sides here, the horizontal sides are equal, and your vertical sides, meaning the length, that they're equal. So let's say you wanted to try a length of 9, but is 9 double the area of 4? No, double 4 is 8. And here's how you do this. 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. What is that going to equal? So the answer is it's going to equal 26 centimeters squared. Okay, so you don't even have a 26 centimeters squared. What you have is an area that if this was 9 is 4 times 9, and you be careful because choice B is a distractor. So it's a bad distractor too. You don't want that because that is not the area. That would then be the perimeter. So make sure you don't choose that. And make sure you're always thinking actively about what's going on. Okay, so we've ruled out B. Okay, if your side for choice C was 64, that would mean that this side here would be 8, and this side here would be 8, but you were already given a side of 4, so that can't be true. Now this can still be 8, but this can't be. See what I mean? Because here's what would happen. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 does not equal 32 as a perimeter. And they've already told you that 24 up here, cm, is your perimeter. So 8 times 8 would be 64 as an area, because area equals length times width. But guess what? You can't do that, because then you'd have 8 times 8, and then you'd also have 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, and 8 here, and that would be too much. So now choice C is out. Okay? When we go to our next choice, let's think about this. What if we wanted to know if the area was 32? That was one of our first choices. Okay, it was 8 here. Sorry about that. That's a bad 8. Let me do that again. So we had 8 here. And we have 8 here, which you can barely see. So let's do it here. So our 8 is going to be which of the following? 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 4 is going to give us what? 20, plus 4 is going to give us 20 centimeters. Now, that is correct, because they already told you it's 24 centimeters. 8 times 4 is 32. That's your width times your length, which is the area. And just keep in mind that your perimeter is going to add everything around. Meanwhile, your area is just going to multiply 2. It can do these two, one length and one width, or it can do these two. It doesn't matter which one. If we want to go over question D, and we want to play around and pretend that we're looking at the area of the rectangle, remember, we'd have to ensure that this here would be equal to 32 centimeters. Okay, which we both know this can't be 32 centimeters. We all know, excuse me, because neither can these sides, because that gets to be too much. Okay, so if you have 32 centimeters here, and then 32 centimeters here, you're already at 64. Plus 4 gives you 68, plus another 68 is going to give you 72. Okay, but you were told that your perimeter was 24 cm, so that's too much. But and also 32 times 4 is what? It's 100 and something here. It's 128, but this just doesn't work. So we could have ruled this out, because that wouldn't have been the definition of a rectangle to begin with. If you have any questions, USATeensToday@gmail.com. If you have any more questions, you can always email us, USATeensToday@gmail.com. Okay, let's move on to number 2. This is combining a semicircle with a triangle. Sometimes on these tests, they will not tell you that this is an ice cream cone or a golf putty or whatever they call it, a holder. They'll just tell you this figure. So here we put it in an ice cream cone, because we want you to remember that because it's a cone holding ice cream, that by definition that cone is either going to be used as a volume or as a triangle. So look here at what's going on. You have one side here, and a base here. Okay, so that's what you have to get used to, that you are now combining a semicircle with a circle. Okay, here's the other thing. There's a semicircle here. It's not a whole circle because it's being cut by the cone. So The rest of the equation here tells you the diameter of the circle is 8 inches and the height of the triangle is 7 inches. Already you guys should be thinking, and if you can't, try to write the formula down or just try to think about what's happening. But already this has been given to you. 8 times 7 is 56. You're supposed to be thinking half of that is 28, and here's the math done for you. So you already have 28 has to be one of your answers. So you can pretty much, if you wanted to, take out question A. Okay, here's the other part of the problem. You have an area of a semicircle is half pi r squared, but remember that your radius is the same as a diameter. So if they gave you this as a base, you already have this as a base of 8. Okay, that's 8. And it's 8 pi. Okay, why am I not worried about the half right now? Because it's this whole base here, the circle. I don't want to just know the circle. I want to know the circle in relationship to the triangle. Okay, now we had 28 inches here. We have 8 pi given for us. Which one is that? And if you think about it, this answer A, as we said, was a distractor because it meant that you took this 7 inches and multiplied it by this 8 inches, and you forgot to use this half. And that's going to get you in trouble. That's a distractor. Okay, but if you did 28 plus 8 pi, okay, you were close. If you went to C, in fact, you were correct. If you did C, 28 plus 32 pi, well, where did we get 32? Because we already did that. That's too much. And if you did 28 plus 16, you didn't do enough, and you weren't looking at the information that was given to you. So try to use the information that was given to you, because as it turns out, B is our correct answer. Okay, guys, you have any other questions or problems, please remember you can contact us. Thanks for watching our channel. You can always find us at USA Teens Today, or you can go to jacobitslearning@gmail.com. USATeensToday@gmail or jacobitslearning.com. Thank you so much for watching.